Celebrity couples like to have fun in front of the camera, but some can't help but tell the real story. After all, it can be tough to hide what we think, especially when the entire world is watching your every move. Getting right to today's entertainment, let's see some of the bizarre celebrity couple fights that were caught on camera. Jon Stewart and Adrienne Maloof. Jon Stewart and Adrienne Maloof were caught fighting on the red carpet. Plenty of things got people talking about Jon Stewart and Adrienne Maloof's relationship, including the 20-year age gap. It can be easy to forget the pair ever dated, as they only lasted a few months before they called things off, followed by another short-lived relationship. At a charity event in September 2013, the couple was spotted getting into a heated debate at the side of the red carpet. It seemed Adrienne had other things on her mind, as she was spotted at another event a couple hours later with another man on her arm. Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck. Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck were caught fighting in the car before their divorce. Many people around the world were surprised to learn that Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck were set to go their separate ways. There were plenty of rumors in 2015 that Ben had been unfaithful in their marriage with the family's former nanny, Christine Ouziane. The couple had recently returned home from vacation when a fight broke out shortly after they dropped their 3 children at school. It looked like Ben was making it clear their marriage was over, and he was going forward with the divorce. Johnny McDade and Courteney Cox. Musician Johnny McDade and actress Courteney Cox have been setting relationship standards since they got together. The pair have been unengaged, and living separately for the majority of their relationship, even though they've been together for 7 years. Courteney and Johnny were busy planning their nuptials when they started fighting about the finer details. That wasn't all. Insiders also told reporters that the couple couldn't agree on where they would live, as Johnny supposedly wanted to move back to the UK, and Courteney wanted to stay in LA. Nicholas Hoult and Jennifer Lawrence. Nicholas Hoult and Jennifer Lawrence were always particularly quiet about their relationship. We do know that they met on the set of the superhero X-Men movies and dated for 5 years. Even though things didn't work out, it's said that the two actors have remained friends ever since. The pair were at a restaurant together when things got heated. Jen was upset about something they were discussing and threw her hands into the air. The next thing they knew, Nicholas started shouting before Jen had enough and walked out, leaving her ex to cover the entire bill. Jay-Z and Beyonce. This might be one of the most celebrity couples who were caught fighting on camera. The infamous moment took place in 2014 as Jay-Z, Beyonce, and her sister Solange were all in an elevator together when Solange suddenly started hitting and kicking out at the rapper. Solange pulled off her brother-in-law, and the group managed to recoup themselves before they stepped out in front of the waiting cameras. The rapper later came forward and directly confessed that he'd been unfaithful to his wife and was sorry about the whole thing. Irina Shayk and Bradley Cooper. There are awkward celebrity fights, and then there is the moment that was captured between Irina Shayk and Bradley Cooper. The couple was watching the men's final at Wimbledon in 2016 when journalists spotted something going on in the crowd. He whispered something in her ear and she started crying. Irina then spent the rest of the match looking away from her partner while Bradley continued to watch the tennis game. You could cut the tension with a knife. Only one can be true though, right? Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt. They were the it couple throughout their relationship, but ultimately filed for a divorce and went their separate ways. They were spotted at Legoland in Windsor when they appeared in the background of another couple roaming about, Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt. Brangelina were there with their children and had just come off a ride when things heated up. The photos seemed to show Brad touching Angelina's arm before she pulled away and shouted in the actor's face. Later on, it looked as though they were still somewhat arguing. Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston. Jen and Brad were on vacation together in the Caribbean as they joined Courteney Cox and David Arquette for a New Year's celebration. This eventually became their final trip as a married couple. Aaron Michelin, the producer of the action Mr. and Mrs. Smith, says he saw all the signs that Brad was in love with Angelina. Even Angelina herself had reportedly told her children that they can see the moment their parents found love if they watch the movie. Arden claims that Jen didn't want to believe the rumors, but Brad ultimately confessed on vacation as he couldn't take the pressure. Channing Tatum and Jenna Dewan. Channing Tatum and Jenna Dewan started dating shortly after working on the dance movie Step Up together. Although it looked like things were going well for the pair, there could have been signs that things were off for months before they announced their divorce. It often looked as though Channing and Jenna had shared heated words before heading out and getting snapped by the media in several photos. It usually seems that Jenna would rather look at her cell phone than talk to Channing. Guy Mulvert and Christopher Hivouge. Christopher Hivouge was one of the many actors who appeared in the Game of Thrones over the years, but it was his public fight with his wife, photographer Guy Mulvert, that made him more famous. They say that redheads are known for their tempers. Could this be true for this pair? Guy was looking for a dress at a brand before the argument broke out. The pair spent more than an hour shouting at each other before they finally called it quits. Garrett Hedlund and Kristen Dunst. In 2012, Garrett Hedlund and Kristen Dunst became the latest talk of the town as they stepped onto the scene hand in hand. something that sparked a pretty big fight as the pair continued to hurl insults on the way to watch a film. They brushed it off and Gary and Kristen stayed together for another 4 years. Sadly, like most of their good things, their relationship came to an end in April 2016. Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber. Things weren't always easy for the couple. Even though Selena and Justin shared plenty of public spats, there is one that often stands out above the rest, and was all caught on camera. The couple was at the airport when they started fighting in their van. It didn't take long for Selena to storm out of the car into the airport, where she threw her purse at the floor in frustration. Justin stayed in the van for a while, something that only seemed to poke the fire. He eventually found her and the pair boarded the plane. Andre Rison and Lisa Lopes. Less than a year after they got together, people were amazed to witness Andre fire a gun into the air and supposedly assault his girlfriend. Although the athlete was arrested, this wasn't the last of their worries. In 1994, Lisa accidentally burned down their mansion. It's reported that Andre bought an expensive pair of sneakers and Lisa was less than impressed. Unfortunately, the fire quickly got out of hand. Nigella Lawson and Charles Setchi. The celebrity chef was at a dinner with her then-husband in 2013 when he leaned over and put his hands around her neck. This was allegedly all Nigella could take as she left the restaurant in floods of tears. It also sparked her to move out of their home. He said that Nigella was only crying because neither of them liked arguing. In the end, the police disagreed as Charles was charged for his behavior. Rihanna and Chris Brown. The rapper was eventually arrested and charged with assaulting his girlfriend before they eventually broke things off. The couple was at a pre-Grammy party when they started arguing in the car. It all started over a text from a girl on Chris's phone. Rihanna said that he was lying and knew he had nowhere to turn. However, the singer says there had been warning signs long before the incident. Thanks for watching till the end. So, what are your thoughts about the videos? Let us know in the comment section below. Before you leave, make sure you like the video, and don't forget to subscribe to see more videos like this. See you guys in the next one.